that's all right. So this will be the final piece I do on YouTube. The transfer deadline has slammed shut. No striker in today. Couple of outgoings. We can talk about, well, a few outgoings, so we can talk about those. And yes, it's disappointing not to have a striker, but I don't want to be massively negative. But if you want to be, that's cool. That's what this chat is for. So if you're not happy with what's happened this window, this is your time to vent it, because I think it's important we share our opinions. My thoughts on the window overall, and remember, this summer involved the changing over of a manager as well. And I've got to say, I'll start with some positivity. I think over the course of the summer, our recruitment has been fantastic. The players that we have brought in have all been good. I don't think you can deny, other than maybe Joe Lumley, but we've brought in some good players. Definitely brought in some good players. Yesterday, I've forgotten his name. The left back that we brought in yesterday, I've forgotten his name. He seems a decent player and is the position that we needed. But the one thing, obviously, that we were crying out for is a striker today. Jacob Brown. It did the news on Twitter that he came in for a medical yesterday. He either didn't pass it or something fell through on the deal. So we did have a striker lined up. It was Jacob Brown from Luton, but it just didn't come off. So we definitely went for one. He just didn't come off. Let's see what you guys think a second. Oh, and some good news that came out today as well. Viner was subject to interest from both Wrexham and Birmingham by the looks of Twitter, and we said no to all of it. So, yeah, glad we kept him in the end. I was saying I'd sell him for the right price, but honestly, I'm quite glad we kept him. We kept any suitors away. Yeah, I'd agree with you there, Alex. Hayden Roberts and Sinclair Armstrong. I tweeted and said I thought Fulham was the last game Sinclair Armstrong should be playing for us this season. But he's a Bristol City player still, so I'm going to back him every time he steps out onto a football pitch. But I think we can obviously do better. And Roberts as well. I'm got to say, he's been for sale for a while. I'm quite surprised that we haven't managed to offload him. I'm also surprised that no one was in for him. Surely a League One or League Two team were in for him. Surely, and it just didn't happen, did it? Obviously, Jason Knight stayed, but I don't know how much. And I'm not throwing shade at Bristol City for this one, but I don't know how much of that was down to the club. Could it a little bit of it been down to I didn't see much interest in him, to be honest. And also, I would say he's had a steady start to the season. I'd say if he banged in a few goals, I think people would be saying differently. But he's had a steady start, hasn't he, Jason Knight? We will possibly get. I haven't seen anything, mate. The deadline's done. I don't think we've got anyone. I think, Alex, honestly, with the amount of people that seems to have gotten info over Twitter over the last couple of days, the fact we haven't heard anything suggests that probably haven't got anything. And Ross Arnott, the ITV journalist, suggested that we haven't got anything. Honestly, if the club drop a bomber that we signed a striker, I will delete this stream immediately. But I'm just not sure. So yeah, what's happened today? I'll say what's happened today. I was just thinking about where to go with this. What's happened today? So Sam Bell looks like he's off to Wickham. I don't think that's been officially announced at the time that I'm doing this stream, but it all looks set to be completed. He's on a final year of his contract as well, so loaning him out to Wickham probably suggests that he might not be a Bristol City player again, to be honest. Jamie Knight-Labelle and Adam Murphy have left on loan to Swindon, so they've got two of our players, which I think's pretty good. So yeah, those are the three bits of outgoings we've had. Sinclair Armstrong was subject to interest from both Exeter, actually three clubs apparently were interested in Sinclair today. Preston, Barnsley and Exeter. Exeter signed a couple today. None of them were Sinclair Armstrong. Barnsley didn't get him, and I don't think Preston did either. So unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, for our aspirations of getting a striker in, I think he needed to go, and that didn't happen. So that's probably held it back. Like the club probably had. I mean, I doubt the club would have not had names lined up that weren't Jacob Brown to bring in. But I would imagine the thing holding it up was Sinclair Armstrong in him not leaving. To be honest, that's just my gut feel. I'm going to try and prop my phone up so I don't have to hold it. Bear with. Should we prop it up on that? There we go. Also, I don't have any. I went to the Porto Stadium today, and I don't have any scissors to cut this off. I saw a little bit of speculation about George Earthy as well. That did the rounds for half an hour. Obviously, decent player. I don't think he was as good as some of our fan base says he is, though. But he's committed. He wants to play for West Ham and fight for his place in the West Ham team, apparently. So George Earthy's not going to come. Well, zero qualms. That's my qualm. I just think. I think, right, this is my overarching opinion on the transfer window and the Bristol City team. I think the starting 11 that played on Saturday is a top 6 starting 11, right? Absolutely, definitely, that will challenge for playoffs, no doubt about it. But as soon as you don't have Emil Rees in that team, it will fall apart. And that's my concern. There's no championship striker that can play all 46 games. It's just not possible. So he's going to have to either get rested or he's going to pick up an injury of some kind. It's going to happen. I hope it's not, we hope it doesn't, but it's going to happen. We just don't have sufficient coverage for him. And yeah, I think ultimately that's going to be the thing that bites us, to be honest. And one thing I would say, what can we do as fans is back the players that we've got at the football club now. We have to get behind Sinclair Armstrong because he's here. He's our player. Whenever he plays, we have to get behind him, and we have to get behind Fally Maulu as well. Yeah, the ceilings. The hotel I'm in is like a how do I describe it? It's like a digital nomad's favorite hotel. So it's got a gym, like office rooms, working rooms, and all of that kind of stuff. It's actually got a recording studio as well. But it was being used, so I couldn't use it for this. But it's got like these kind of, what do you call them? Rustic looking ceilings. I don't know, but yeah, it's rustic. I hope so, Alex, mate. I hope so. Fally's a Bristol City player, so I hope so. I think that kind of sums everything up, doesn't it? I think that kind of sums everything up. Um, yeah, kept hold of Viner, Bell, Knight Bell, Murphy out on loan. Didn't get a striker in. Obviously got the left back in yesterday. I still can't think of his name. It's mental. I'm a sham of a content creator. Apparently, we have a deal sheet submitted for a striker. Who's your source for that, mate? I can't go on Twitter because I'm live on YouTube at the moment. Who's your source, bro? Tell me. I can't close YouTube because it's open on my phone. I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I think we'd have found out, to be honest, before 7. Neto Borges, there you go. No, it's not, is it? My memory is gone. That's all right, Mark. I to be honest, I couldn't really have a holiday. I'm running this channel. I feel committed to it, and it's just the way I'm wired. I couldn't go on a holiday and just completely scrap Bristol City. You just can't do that, can you? So I was glued to Twitter all day. I was always going to be whatever happened. So why not make some videos? That was my thinking. I still had a really good day in Porto. I had a great tour of their stadium. In fact, I'm pretty sure, as I was leaving, there was a load of Porto players walking in. Something was going on at the club. I think they were announcing something. But yeah, thoughts on the window overall. The players we signed are really good. Well, we signed is that 5 in? Vitek, Lumley, Randall, Knight. No, I was going to say Knight. Randall, Reese, and the left back. Anyone else? That's it, isn't it? The players we bought in are good. I feel like we need a striker. Always felt like we need another striker. I've said it on my videos for a few weeks now. Struber's been saying it as well. That's my one worry is how will Struber take this? Because I think he's been banging on for a striker for a couple of weeks. So I'm not sure how well he will take that. And just in general, I think the reasons behind the low budget is twofold. You know, we spent money on Sinclair Armstrong and Fally Mayulu last summer, which was a lot of money. Hasn't really come off, let's be honest. Yeah, Struber did say 3 videos coming in. I don't know if anyone's. Oh, can I get rid of Black Mask? You're annoying me. You're gone. But yeah, the money we spent last summer hampers us. And also, Steve Lansdown has made it public that Bristol City Football Club is for sale. Like the club is for sale for the right buyer. So that's probably another reason why we're not spending too much money as well. That's not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not criticizing them by saying that. That's something he said on the BBC. Holiday's been really good, mate. Porto's been lovely, and I think I've picked a really good time to come here because all the schools are back this week, aren't they? And it's really quiet. It's really lovely. It's so peaceful and relaxing here. I'd recommend it to anyone. Probably not at the height of summer, but coming in the first week of September or last week in August, it's been stellar. I've really enjoyed it. And what's really nice is in all the public places, they have buskers, but they're all really good. So they all play like really nice, relaxing music. So all like the public spaces and viewpoints and stuff have a busker in that they're all playing lovely music. It's really nice here. Rank car window. I'd probably give it a 7. 6, yeah, 6 or a 7 out of 10. Players we've bought are really good, but I'm concerned that we're still not going to hit top 6. To be honest with you. Also, I'm drinking water out of cartons here as well. Last time I went abroad, I drank water out of the tap and I got really ill. So I'm on the cartons. No, I won't be going to Sheffield Wednesday, mate. For me, Fulham might be the only away day I do. The reason I've gone on holiday is because I'm in my swim club t-shirt now, but the swim season starts on Wednesday, so I'm back in training for that. I've got another YouTube channel and this one. I just don't see myself going to any other away games this season. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. But yeah, I think that sums it up nicely. What's quite nice, I got to say, is I'm talking to you in the chat here, and no one's been too mad. It's not too negative, so I'm quite pleased to see that because I think it could be quite easy to get carried away and say how rubbish the window's been because we haven't signed a striker. But yeah. Oh, Ollie, I said it already, mate. Our starting 11 is top 6 quality with Emil Reese up front. But when you don't have Emil Reese up front, we're mid-table. That's genuinely what I think. So yeah, I think I'll end it there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for the support and all the stuff during the deadline stream or deadline during the deadline sort of period. I've done like 4 or 5 live streams just on my phone, and they've all done really well for views and stuff and likes and whatever. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, I've got my. They promise this is a microphone. It looks like a microphone. I brought this with me in my camera, but I couldn't get my camera to work for some reason. I think while it was in transport, the cable for it got smashed and now it just doesn't work. So I'm going to have to sort that when I get home. So I've literally just been making videos on my phone. But yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go and hop in the shower, hopefully meet up with some people and have some dinner. So I'll see you later.